Hey guys, it's me and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will be taking a look at this cool animation released by MiHoYo for the Genshin 4th anniversary. The video is titled Unawakened Dream and features characters from all over Teyvat. In addition to that, it also shows us some pretty interesting details regarding the upcoming version 4.0. Before we get into it though, now with that said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So if you didn't know already, MiHoYo released an amazing short film for the 4th anniversary of Genshin Impact. Now in this short film, we can see characters from all over Teyvat celebrating the anniversary together. In addition to that, we also see some pretty interesting scenes throughout the entire thing. The video starts off with Diluc, who goes to the Dawn Winery and grabs a bottle of wine. He then proceeds to head outside, where he meets up with June, and the two of them proceed to head out on a boat together. While on the boat, they run into Venti, who's playing his usual tune. Diluc asks him if he can help him with something, to which Venti replies by asking what kind of help he needs. To that, Diluc replies that he wants Venti to play a song for him. After hearing this, Venti gets really excited and says that he'll definitely play a song for him, but instead of doing so right there, and then he decides to just play a random song, which ends up being The Sound of the Depths. I personally found this part pretty funny, since Venti usually plays the exact song that the person he's talking to wants to hear. So I thought it was pretty funny that Diluc literally told him to play a song for him, and he decided to just play a completely different one. Regardless, the song plays and Diluc enjoys it while looking at the stars above. While this is happening, we see Kaeya sneak up behind Diluc and Jean and attempt to scare them. However, this fails, and he gets scared himself. He then leaves the two of them alone once again, and proceeds to walk towards a hill where we can see the other characters celebrating the anniversary. We can see Fischl, Mona, Bennett, Beidou, Razor, and Xiangling in this scene. It seems like Bennett is telling a story to everyone and making them laugh as Fischl and Mona listen intently to him. Razor sits on a rock while eating food, and Beidou stands next to him calmly listening to Bennett. Meanwhile, Xiangling walks past them and hands everyone food. After handing everyone their food, Xiangling notices Ganyu and proceeds to walk towards her. She then asks Ganyu if she would like some food too. But Ganyu declines and tells her that she already ate. Xiangling then proceeds to sit down next to Ganyu, and the two of them start talking. Suddenly, Amber flies past them and drops fireworks into the water, which causes some fish to jump out of the water. This scares Ganyu, but it also makes her laugh, which is something that she doesn't do very often. Next, we see Yae Miko walking through the forest as she talks to someone on the phone. She then stops in her tracks when she hears a bird singing a beautiful song. And when she turns around, she sees a small shrine with a bird cage hanging from it. Yae Miko then opens the bird cage, and the bird flies away. As it flies away, we can see that it has a small glowing orb attached to its leg. Yae Miko then proceeds to walk towards the shrine and places a fox statue on top of it. As she does this, we can see that the shrine is actually a statue of the Seven, specifically the Dendro Archon. This means that the Dendro region has most likely been officially added to the game, and this could also mean that the main story quest will be following the same pattern as the other regions, where we have to activate all 7 statues of the elements in order to unlock the final part of the main story quest. Next, we see the Fatui Harbingers gathered in a dark room. They are standing around a table while facing away from us. Scaramouche is the only one who is not standing, and instead is sitting in a chair facing us. We can see his face, and it seems like he is lost in thought. There is also a large screen in the middle of the table, showing a live stream of the celebration happening in Liyue Harbor. Next, we see Nahida, who is sitting under a tree in Sumeru. She seems to be enjoying the view and thinking about something. Suddenly, she looks up in the sky and spots a shooting star. She then closes her eyes and makes a wish upon it. Finally, we see the traveler sitting on a rock in front of a campfire. They seem to be alone and a bit sad. But suddenly, all the characters that we saw in the previous scenes appear and surround the traveler. They are all smiling and wishing the traveler a happy anniversary. The traveler is very surprised and starts panicking, but they quickly calm down and start laughing along with everyone else. Now, there were a lot of interesting details in this short film, but there was one in particular that I couldn't quite understand. If you take a close look at the screen in the room where the Fatui Harbingers were sitting, you can actually see a live stream of the celebration happening in Liyue Harbor. However, if you pay close attention to the character on the left, you can see that he is holding a phone, which means that the Fatui Harbingers are watching the live stream on their phones. Now, this isn't really strange, but the strange part comes when we take a look at the people celebrating in Liyue Harbor. One of the people celebrating is Shenhe, who is a cryo user. However, when we take a look back at the Fatui Harbingers, we can see that none of them are reacting at all to Shenhe being there. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but keep in mind that Scaramouche is sitting in the middle of the room facing us, and he should have a clear view of Shenhe at all times, since she is the only one not celebrating. The fact that he isn't paying any attention to her, and instead is staring straight ahead, means that this scene probably took place before Scaramouche defected from the Fatui. This is further proven by the fact that he has his old outfit on and hasn't obtained the new one yet. Not only that, but the fact that the other Harbingers aren't reacting to Shen, he means that they probably don't even know who she is, which would make sense since she is only associated with the Adepti and the people of Liyue. This means that the video takes place before the events of the Lantern Rite Festival. Since Scaramouche defected from the Fatui sometime after this event, this means that version 4.0 will most likely take place after the Lantern Rite Festival in Liyue. This is just a theory, however, so take it with a grain of salt. So overall, the animation was pretty fun and light-hearted, and it showcased a lot of the characters that we haven't seen in a while. In addition to that, it also gave us some pretty interesting details regarding the upcoming version 4.0. With that said, it's pretty much all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you found it useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.